Hi gems, it's your girl Ambra and welcome back to my channel. Today's look is going to be about Anastasia Beverly Hills Self-Made palette. You guys saw that I showed you that I recently picked it up in my, I don't know what I called that haul, but my most recent haul, and time over time you guys were commenting, Ambra, please do a look with the palette. You guys know how I felt about the what is it, Shadow Couture travel palette, and how I fell in love with my now most absolute must-have transition color Morocco. So it was a no-brainer for me to get the self-made palette, and honestly guys, it does not fail. There is no doubt. I feel the colors are vibrant, and what I love most about them, it is a little bit larger than the Shadow Travel palette, as though you're getting 14 colors in this palette, and it's a breath of color. And what I love is that it kind of gives you looks in quads. Yes, very smart. What gravitated towards me, come on, the deep purple, hello. I mean, I love pink champagne in my other palette, so awesome to have that again. I do love a good brown, ladies. This is hot chocolate, but it has like more of a red rather than a cool tone. So I really love that after I put in my Morocco, because I mean, there is no look without Morocco. If you guys have not tried that yet, please just test it. Tell me how amazing it is, because I know you'll love it, especially brown girl friendly transition colors. They're hard to come by. Hello. So that is absolutely everything. What else? The color payoff. I used Ibiza. I keep on saying Ibiza because I'm thinking ColourPop, but I used Isla, which is this turquoisey mint color on my lower lid, and then on my lower lash line, and on my lid I use Hot and Cold. This beauty here, sorry, is such a pretty, it's a color that I don't have, and that's odd because I have all shades or all ranges of golds, but that Hot and Cold, I don't really know, it's like a mocha sheen. I mean, it's just pretty. So there you have it. My overall review of this palette, it's definitely a must-have. I love the color payoff, the consistency, very smooth, blended really well. I mean, Anastasia just has not failed me yet. So if you haven't gravitated towards this palette, get on it. And if you're interested in how I achieve this look, keep watching. Alright gems, let's just jump right into it. You guys have seen me do my brows 101 times, but I'm just using a different product, and it's the Ardell Brow Powder in the color dark brown. My under eye concealer is my MAC Pro Longwear in NC45, and I'm just using my finger to blend this out so that it doesn't look too lifted, because I do not like that halo look. My eye primer, I can't remember the name, I'll make sure to list it below. But before I start with my look today, I go into my Artist Couture palette by Anastasia Beverly Hills. You know I can't do a look without my Morocco, so I'm not going to change it up now since it works so well. Putting this right above my crease in a windshield wiper motion just to create a nice gradient effect when I start applying my other shadows. Next up, as you can see, I dropped my damn brush, but I'm using hot chocolate in the outer corner, and I'm blending that upward rather than downward because I wanted to blend really seamlessly with my Morocco, and I'm using a clean Anastasia Beverly Hills brush to really marry those two colors together. On my lid, I'm popping the color Hot and Cold, and I'm really just packing that on the lid, but below my crease, because I don't want the color to transfer on my upper lid, because that's just not cute. You all know I have a hooded lid, so you try to make sure you apply below your crease and you blend. I'm using a MAC 224 blending brush, which you know I've been using for quite some time and loving it. And then I'm using that smaller point of my Anastasia Beverly Hills brush to blend in my inner corner. On my outer V area, to really create some definition with a black shadow. Also in the palette, it's called Spirit Rock, and it has a little bit of shimmer in it, but I like it because it's a matte black and it works, and every palette should have a matte black. So I thought I lost a little bit of that Hot and Cold, so I'm just popping a little bit more directly on my lid because I really want that color to stand out. My wing liner, nothing too dramatic, but yet, you know, in your face wing. I'm using my NYC Liquid Liner in the color black, and it dries matte, which I love and works, especially when I'm applying lashes. And for my lashes today, I've decided to just, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm using my Koko lashes and Pixe Luxe and just popping that on with some Revlon clear lash glue. And you know my trick, I like to mattify my liner so that everything looks super seamless. Patting in the primer on my skin, I'm using my Maybelline Baby Skin. I'm noticing that under my eyes, I'm just not getting rest, you guys. So I'm just color correcting in the areas that I'm finding are the darkest points of my face, and that's under my eyes, around my lip, and just the inner corner of my nose. It's so random, but I've started to implement this in my routine because I need to get some sleep, maybe over the holiday. I'm mixing my L'Oreal Lumi, what is it? It's like a bronze highlighter cream base in with my NARS Luminous All Day Foundation, and I'm really loving the way this is looking because I can afford to be luminous in the winter because it's not hot, you know, being oily skin. So I'm blending this all over the face with my wet beauty blender, and this is my Real Techniques beauty blender, making sure that everything is seamless. For my under eye highlight, this has been my go-to. I'm using my Like Skin by Maybelline as well concealer in the deepest color, which is deep, I believe. And I'm just using a different beauty blender, which is the Beauty Blender branded one, to blend this seamlessly to make sure that there's no harsh lines. I am using my Black Up contour stick in the color 04. I've really been loving a cream contour lately. I just can't seem to get away with it, and I like to take advantage of it when I can in the winter months, since this is not something I would do in the summer because your girl would be just, the shine wouldn't be a glow, honey. It'd be just a sweaty mess. So I'm using a different beauty blender to blend in the Black Up contour around the areas of my face, my nose, the hollows of my cheeks. Same process. I'm not baking today. I really been gravitating towards my Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's a part of the contour kit, but it's in the color nude, and I'm just placing that in the areas that I put that cream contour, that cream highlight, so that it sets and it doesn't separate throughout the day. Reinforcing the cream contour with my Sleek Cosmetic in the color dark. On my lower eyelid, I'm using a MAC Pro Longwear eyeliner. I don't know the name. I will list it below, but I like to apply this before I drop in a more dramatic eyeshadow underneath. And today we're going in with Isla, straight from this self-made palette that I just had to create a look off of, basically. And I'm just reinforcing that liner with the shadow. Going in with that black as well from the palette, which is the Spirit Rock, and applying that in my lower lash line. And then dropping in my L'Oreal Infallible, which is Silkemy, I can't even remember the name, but it's my favorite eyeliner, and just coating my lower lash line with my Giga Black from MAC, as I always do. For bronzing, you know, going with my cover girl, she never fails me, love. So that's what I go in with, making sure that I'm blending the face and warming up the look. For my cheeks, I'm using my Clinique Color Pop, and Cola Pop is the color. And for my highlight, I'm going with my Champagne Pop in the highest points of my cheek, my nose, forehead, Cupid's bow, chin, the whole gamut, and you know, just to bring the whole look together. For my lip, I didn't really have a color that I had in mind. I just was outlining my lip with my MAC Cork Liner, as you can see here, and was like, what if I put it all over the lip and just keep it super nude and pretty? For applying the Cork Liner, I decided to drop another color on top of it, and this is Chihuahua by Too Faced. It's a melted liquid lipstick that does dry matte, just to kind of give it a little bit more sheen. And then I thought it wasn't pink enough, so I put a little bit of Matte Kinda Sexy just in the middle. And there you have it, gems, my full Anastasia Beverly Hills self-made palette look. Hope you like it. Until next time, bye.